Hello guys, and in today's video we're going into episode 41, and this week was not disjunction on it, which I'm genuinely surprised. I went into this week thinking 100% we were going to have a disjunction, hypermauled, 7th layer of hell type of situation, and we didn't have that, but we did have Rusted Lands, and Rusted Lands was something, man. It had been a while since I'd played the map, and boy, oh boy, I'm glad that we hopefully will not be playing it anymore in the near future. This map plays exactly the way that I thought it would, and that it did previously, which was, people just sit at B and they do not move. They just don't move. And I mean, it's the way you have to play the map, unfortunately. It's been that way since D1. I literally remember playing the map back in 2015, back in D1, and just, it hurts. I don't know. It was a weekend for sure. To start the weekend off, though, we got World's First, actually, which it's been a while. This was the 13th time we've gotten it. We were very fortunate to have gotten it because we had 2 teams back out right at the end, and we probably wouldn't have gotten it if that did not happen. But we still got ours, and we were not flying around. So that's pretty much all you can ask for. At the end of the day, the first card completion for the week, honestly, does come down to luck, and we were the most lucky. So that is the way it goes. Anyway, to touch on the weapons, this week I feel like there was a lot of hung jury, tons of hung jury. I mean, the meta is the meta. I personally did not have a really good time. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I got cheated on a lot. I actually got net limited on, which hasn't happened in a bit, when I've matched a net limiter. There was 2 guys net limiting, so one guy would net limit 1 round, and then the other guy would net limit. And they were trading off net limiting, and I have never experienced that, and that was one of the strangest things I've ever seen. Because why not both just go crazy? Why only one of you? I don't know. It was a funky weekend. I think cheaters, we're at the end of the season, so it's going to be amping up a lot more. You're going to be seeing a lot more people doing some wild stuff. And thank God we only got 2 more weeks, fellas. Thank God. Next week, we have the new matchmaking system, which we'll be having, I believe, for the rest of next season. And then after that, we have, zone control as well next season. And then, obviously, the final week of the season, we have Immortal. And if you have not gotten your God Roll Immortal, make sure to get it in that final week. If you can make the time for it, make sure you get that. Because that's... Honestly, I don't know how they would make it not meta. I'd be very surprised to see how they decide to balance it. And as far as I know right now, as I'm recording this video, which is at midnight on the 9th, they don't have any change that they've brought or said that I see is going to shift the meta. And typically the meta is kind of the same, a lot of the time. So, it's the same way for months and months and months, pretty much throughout the entire year. And we've kind of experienced that recently. This season, it's pretty much been Immortal, obviously. And then the season before that, it was the Aikilos, and we've had Titans be the main thing, or the meta, for pretty much 2 or 3 seasons now, and I don't see the meta changing. So definitely, you're going to want to get the Immortal. Obviously, you don't need the Immortal to compete in this meta. I hardly ever use Immortal. I'm typically using No Time to Explain and a Matador, which is also a very meta combo, and I'll be making a video on the build that I use personally on the 10th or the 11th. Hopefully. I want to have it out by then. I haven't even begun work on it. So if I do have it out by then, me and the team are going to have to be going pretty hard. So, but that's going to be when I'm trying to get it out, because I have a lot of people ask about it. I don't know about you guys. I am so ready for Season of the Deep. We got some new stuff coming. We have a new trial ship, new trial sparrow, new shader. We do have a new glaive and the messenger. The new glaive, I wish the glaive was actually, now hear me out guys, I know a lot of you are like, oh, glaive, but if the glaive, it's arc, mind you, but if the glaive was strand or stasis or kinetic, I actually, for PvE, I think it could have a lot of application, because in PvE we do not have any glaives right now. And mind you, glaives, honestly, for PvE, I use glaives because of the unstoppable champion stuff, but that's really only good for endgame PvE, GMs and stuff like that, and I don't really see too much use outside of that. So, but I don't know, I would like to have the option to have it. It kind of sucks that they decided to make it an art glaive. I'm just excited for a new season though, man, because we need the player base to bump back up and some new loot. and just new activities. I'm interested to see as well, and this is very off topic, not about trials, it's more about just the game in general, but I'm interested to see how the gameplay loop is, because we're not going to have the power level grind in Season of the Deep. Season of the Deep, if you are at 1810 right now, you will not have to power level grind at all in Season of the Deep. And I don't know if that's something they're going to keep that way, or if that is something they're going to change after Season of the Deep, and maybe Season of the Deep is like them testing it out, but we will see. I'm hoping they keep it that way if it's not horrible, because I don't know, for me, the first couple weeks of the season, I'm typically power level grinding. Like, that's a lot of what the grind is the first like 2 to 3 weeks of the season, so I'm hoping that it's not too bad in that regard. Anyway, we'll make that the video. These next couple weeks, we're going to be talking about what we're going to be getting next season, more so than the week itself. I mean, these next couple weeks as well, fellas, I'm just letting you know right now, prepare yourself. Dig deep. The battle is going to be glorious. It's going to be really tough these next couple weeks, I think, because it just typically is at the end of a trial season. So anyway, I love you guys very much, and I will see you in the next one. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as it helps out the channel a ton. Also, subs are greatly appreciated, because as of right now, 57% of my viewers are not subbed to the channel. In addition, if you'd like to come say hi to me live, I stream over on Twitch pretty much every day. And if you're looking to get into contact with me, I've got a Twitter, and I'm very active with it. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.